Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Pointless Top 10, a show where we make top 10 lists out of pointless things. Why are we flying by this pointless statue in Booty Bay? Because inside pointless things are treasure. Let's begin. 10. Number 10 is this small tortolan riding a crab around the Seeker's Vista in Storm Song Valley, and it's pretty much what you think it is. It's a tortolan riding a crab. But I always just thought it was kind of odd. I was like, there's really no point to this, is there? He's just kind of chilling, riding around, but that's where you'd be wrong, because the point is he's having fun with his friends. And isn't that why we're all playing World of Warcraft at the end of the day? We're just trying to have fun with our friends. Or maybe he's trying to collect mounts, and this is the only mount he's got, and he's showing it off to all his friends. Like, who knows? But I did think it was an odd thing to see, because normally this type of thing is related to a quest or something going on, but it's really just he's riding a crab around. I was actually going to call this list Weird Things in World of Warcraft, but I realized saying weird things would make it be more creepy, I guess. Like, weird and creepy kind of go together, but I think odd is weird enough to be like, oh, it's an odd thing. Like, it's just kind of a goofy thing. So that's why Mebo riding around on his trained crab is number 10. 9. Number 9 is this giant pipe located at both the Sunrock Retreat in Stone Talon Mountains and Thunder Bluff, and it is the biggest pipe I think I've seen, not in World of Warcraft, but maybe just in general. Like, this thing is gigantic. I don't know what they're smoking out of here. Like, I don't know if it's for show. I don't know if it's for incense. I don't know if it's like how you see the visions of the shaman gods, or like, I don't know what they're doing here, but it is gigantic, and there is some like red smoke coming out of it. It appears that it is functional, so I mean, that's something, but it's got these weird face carvings in it, which are kind of freaky, to be honest. In fact, I wanted to do a pointless top 10 faces in objects. Like, I know there's the Knoll tents, there's like some other ones, but this might make that list, because this is just, it looks like a weird pig Tauren man carved into it, and like a weird bug thing. I think some of these faces were actually on the totem poles or the windmills and water mills of the Crossroads and the Barrens, so maybe they just took a giant hit from this pipe and then started carving, and that's what came out. Like, I don't know, but either way, it is a little odd, and that's why it's number 9. 8. Number 8 are these turtles on logs in the Onaran Plains in Dragonflight. And there's actually 2 separate logs where the turtles are on, and both of them have exactly 5 turtles lined up on them. And I'm like, why? Like, there's no quest, there's no anything. It's just there's 2 logs with 5 turtles lined up, and that's it. I looked around, I couldn't find anything on it. So if I had to take a wild guess, I would say the art team and the people designing the zones, they might have some like paying tribute to somebody, like maybe their parents really like turtles and they have like 5 kids, so they're like, I'll put 5 turtles on a log to symbolize that, you know, something like that. That's what I would say is the most common answer to what this is, right? But overall, I mean, I think it's still cool. It is a little odd, which is why it's on the list, but I love these types of things in the game. You know, it doesn't have to be everything's related to a quest, and there's you know, sometimes it's fun little things you find out in the world and you're just like, what is that? That's kind of odd. And that's why it's number 8. 7. Number 7 are a couple of pottery pieces that I found around the game, and one of them is on the Zandalar ships, and it's this weird baby woman. It's a woman that looks like a baby, like a cherub or something, or it's like a baby, but it's got like weird design. I don't know what it is. I genuinely don't know what that picture is, and it's like, it kind of freaks me out because it feels so off from the actual art style of the game that I'm just like, I don't know, and it's like it's just hugging the bottle, right, or hugging the jug or whatever. And then there's also in the Dalaran wine shop this old pot. I think there's a few of these pots around, but it's like a hoplite pot, which were the citizen soldiers of ancient Greek city-states who were primarily armed with spears and shields. And I don't know why a hoplite is on a vase in Dalaran, like I really don't. But then there's also like some old Roman Greek portrait of a woman soldier as well. I genuinely don't know like who got this art. If this is another like inside joke type of thing, they were just like, hey, you know, let's just put some wacky art on this stuff. Like, it's it's so weird and it's very odd, and that's why it's number 7. 6. Number 6 is Key Crack, and Key Crack is located in the northern island of the Naeli Lagoon in south central Krasarong Wilds, and there is a large population of Crocolis that are just fighting and killing each other. But first, the name Key Crack actually may be a reference to the 2 volcanoes, Mauna Kea and Krakatoa. Don't know if I said the first one right, but I think Krakatoa is right. it's just crazy how they're just all standing around fighting each other. There's just a bunch of dead crocolists all over. It's not something you see every day in World of Warcraft. Once you do the quest, it says the Hosen to the south are overfishing these waters. With the fish gone, the crocolists are hungry and desperate, and so they attack. Which does make sense, and it makes it a lot less odd, but it's still, you know, it's odd to come across this and be like what's going on? You know what I mean? And even when you know what's happening, it's still an odd thing to come across. So that's why Key Crack Crocolisks, sounds like a tongue twister, is number 6. 5. Number 5 are these big silver puddles in the Silver Marsh of Deep Home. And I remember flying across this looking at stuff, and I was like, dude, this stuff is so weird. It's like magnetic almost. It's like scooting around. It's just like bloop, 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 but it didn't move like liquid. And I was like, wait a second. Is that mercury? And then I was like, oh wait, it is a mercury-filled rock marsh on the upper shelf of Deep Home. And I was like, it is mercury. And there's also mercury elementals around. And I completely forgot all about Deep Home and Cataclysm stuff. Like, it's crazy how much of Deep Home I just had no recollection of. And this actually really got me looking into mercury. And it was interesting learning a lot about it and watching YouTube people play around with it and stuff. Because, like, I'm not touching it. That shit's, like, super toxic. But mercury does not react with most acids. It's actually named for the Roman god Mercury, and it's the only element to retain its alchemical name as its modern common name. So, I don't know. I feel like the World of Warcraft heroes need to take advantage of this. They should just bottle up some mercury and just start throwing it at, like, I don't know, throw it at raid bosses. Like, I don't know what'll happen. Can you imagine we just, like, bottle up some mercury and just throw it at, like, a evil dragon? He's like, ah, this shit's toxic. But anyway, that's why the mercury pools in Deep Home are number 5. 4. Number 4 are the monkeys located in the Tavern in the Mist hot tub behind the tavern. And a lot of people know about the Tavern in the Mist. If you don't, it's located atop the Path of 100 Steps on the Veiled Stair, which is just kind of in the mountains of the Mist of Pandaria. And most people probably know about the Tavern in the Mist because of Rathian, who's located here and has the big legendary quest chain. But the big thing here is the hot tub out back. And sometimes there's nobody at the hot tub, but usually around 8 p.m. every day, give or take, there are these monkeys that show up and they just go crazy. There's one hanging from the light post. There's one sitting on the thing that shoots out water to fill the hot tub. There's 3 of them that are in the hot tub and they're all just like slamming the ground like, I don't know what they're doing. They're having a great time. But it is just kind of odd to, number 1, have a tavern that has a hot tub out back, but then to see a bunch of monkeys in that hot tub just going crazy. So that's why the Tavern in the Mist monkeys are number 4. 3. Number 3 are these weird test tube dragon babies that are in the Zaralek cavern right outside the raid. And I remember first seeing these when I was questing in the Zaralek cavern. And I was like, what the shit are these? And then they like twitch. They go like, and I'm like, what? Like, again, this is just something that feels so odd to see in World of Warcraft. Like weird test tube dragon babies. I think they're dragon babies. I don't know what else they could be. I think it's related to the whole raid because there's like the lab and they're growing stuff. But I'm sure people that actually know more about the lore of World of Warcraft actually know what these are. But I don't even care. Even if you know the lore, these are just, they're so creepy to look at. Just watching them sit in their little tube and just like twitch every so often. Like it's just kind of, I don't know. It's just unsettling to me, right? Like they look like big shrimps with legs and they just twitch out. I don't like it. So that's why they're number 3. 2. Number 2 are the Mulgore critters fighting each other. And this is one that you could see for a long time. Like for over a decade, people have been like, did you know that there's critters up in Mulgore having a big battle? So I think most people know about this one, but the weird thing is now a lot of them are just normal and then they'll morph all of a sudden into a critter that's like ready for war. Like the mice will just morph into these skull gun mice. The prairie dogs will morph into like army helmet knife guy. Like now they just warp into it. And some people theorize that because the critter models got revamped, that it messed everything up here. So I don't know if they had to recode things. I don't know if they just let it run how it is. And sometimes they are normal, sometimes they morph. I have no idea, but no matter what it is very odd to see a rabbit running around with an axe in its mouth or a mouse with a skull hat and a gun. So that's why the Critter War critters of Mulgore are number 2. 1. And number 1 are the skiing and sledding penguins located in Tiergard Sound. And I remember I warped with my engineering portal and it put me here and I was like, where am I? And then I looked around and I was like, dude, there's just a bunch of penguins like sitting on the ski lifts and they're just like chilling around. There's this lady, she's just like riding on a penguin. And apparently there's a world quest where you actually rode on a penguin and sled down the slopes and you get chased by a Yeti and he knocks you off the penguin. You got to keep doing it. I either forgot that was a thing or just was completely oblivious to it. But this was actually the thing that inspired me to make this list, because I remember seeing this for the first time and just being like, this place is so weird. It's so odd. Like, you're just sledding down the mountains on penguins. There's people riding penguins like it's a surfboard or something. There's the ski lift, which like nobody's even skiing here. So like, did they like stop skiing and they turned it into a penguin sledding place? I have no idea, but it's pretty odd. And that's why it's number 1. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of Pointless Top 10. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, if you want to check out more Pointless Top 10s, you can go check out Pointless Top 10 Crocolus from last week, or you go check out Pointless NPCs, because that kind of ties into odd things, I think. I don't know. Also, consider supporting the channel on patreon.com/Crendor or becoming a channel member. Okay? Okay. See ya.